Hey guys, Voracious Prepper here. Today I'd like to do a quick little review on a Beretta 3032 Tomcat. Beretta has been around for a good number of years. The US military used the Beretta M9 variant for 35 years between 1985 to 2017. It replaced the Colt 1911A1. I think in 2017 the military signed a contract with Sig Sauer. I think they're now using the M17, M18 pistols, something along those lines. But it had a good bit of use in the military. I would like to think they weren't the most reliable. I'm sure they had a lot of malfunctions. I really don't know, but just basing it off the fact that it had a steel slide, aluminum frame, something along those lines. I know that they're lubricant hogs, so they use a lot of oil. And polymer just holds up better out in the field. I feel like it can handle a lot more dust and debris, things of that nature. I really don't know how well the M9 performed. I'd like to own one someday though and see, but that's just my assumption. Here is just the basic model. Now, I have an older model. They came out with some new revised ones that come in like nickel plating. I've seen other fancier ones. Some have threaded barrels so you can put a suppressor on. This one is an early 2000s. This one was gifted to me by someone special, so it has a lot of sentimental value, so I'm not going to shoot it very much. The main reason though I don't want to shoot it very much is because when they first started making these, they made them in 1996. And like I said, early 2000s is this model. They were prone to having the slides crack or the frame crack. People were using too hot of ammunition. A lot of 32 ACP, they make quite a bit hotter loads than what this could typically tolerate. Now it does say in the manual, do not use ammo that exceeds 130 foot-pounds of energy, but people probably didn't really know that, and if they had an older model and they were buying modern ammunition for it, they unfortunately suffered a good bit of frame cracking, things of that nature. I don't want to take that risk, and I don't even know if Beretta would honestly cover it, so I may shoot a magazine out of it and that's it. Now, they make a couple different models, same profile design, but I should say in different calibers. This is the Tomcat, and they also have the Bobcat, or some people I think call it the Jetfire, which is in 25 ACP. They also have a 22 long rifle version, but they all use the flip-up barrel design, which we'll get to that here pretty much now. But before I do that, I'm going to hop into the specs really quick. It weighs 14 ounces. Its overall length is 4.9 inches. Its barrel length is 2.4 inches. Let's check it out, guys. First, safety check. Nothing in the magazine. Let's check the chamber. The chamber is clear. Now, what makes these fancy, if you will, or just innovative really, is their flip-up barrel. Where I think these excel, or would be amazing for certain people, maybe somebody has really bad arthritis, certain women, and probably even men, can maybe have trouble pulling back the slide, on certain firearms. So, having this flip-up design, it makes it extremely easy to load the gun. And all you have to do is cock the hammer back, or you don't, you could just pull the trigger. But it just makes it very convenient to load it. And I have seen women struggle pretty hard cocking certain firearms back. So, as you can see, this is where this could shine. A great pocket pistol, a mouse gun, Saturday night special, whatever you like to call it. A couple things that you should take note about this. And I think I mentioned it's 7+1, so it doesn't have the best mag capacity. But with that flip-up barrel, now one thing I should say though, you'd put the round in, you'd close it, right? You could cock the hammer all the way back, and it makes it extremely easy to fire. If the hammer is not cocked all the way back, you have to pull, and it has a pretty long, heavy trigger pull. I don't know the exact weight of this trigger, but it's pretty heavy, guys. You have to really pull all the way back until it finally goes off, until it breaks. Now, once it goes off that time, it'll forever cock the hammer back, okay? Which, when the hammer is cocked back, it is extremely easy to shoot. Look at the travel. That's it. Then you hit your wall, break. And it is a clean break too. With hammer guns, exposed hammer guns, they have some of the best triggers on them. I mean, really, they just do. So the way that I would personally carry this pistol, if I was going to carry it, is one of two configurations. You never ever want to carry it with the hammer all the way flush, because it is obviously going to be making contact with the firing pin. So if you drop this, the gun may go off, or is probably going to go off. Okay, so I probably wouldn't carry it that way. So the way that you could carry it is this way, half cocked. Now listen closely. You hear that click? I'll do it again so you can hear it one more time. Okay, that's half cocked. You can half cock it and put the safety on. Now the hammer is not touching the firing pin. That is one way that you can carry it. And then if you want to use it, you could either drop the safety, pull the trigger, and have a little less of travel, okay, and pop. Or you could just cock the hammer back and then pull the trigger. The other option is you can cock the hammer all the way back and carry it. Honestly, personally, I would probably carry it this way because of that really long trigger pull. With smaller handguns, the harder it is to pull the trigger. I mean, smaller handguns in general can be a pain to aim with, especially if you're not very experienced with shooting. If you don't have a lot of shooting time in, make it easier on yourself. Cock the hammer all the way back, and then when you drop that safety, you have a very, very short take up, and boom. And it is a clean break. With that being said, we've seen a lot of these types of guns in like James Bond type movies and stuff like that. They're just cute. They're sick. It's like a little piece of gadget. Just a little gadget, a little piece of history, I guess. Now, I'd like to own the 22 long rifle version. I'd like to own the Jetfire version that's in 25 as well. But like I said, the newer ones, you're probably not going to have that issue of the slide cracking or anything like that, but you might if you use too hot of ammo. So it's always important, just go through your manual and double check and verify that the ammo you are buying is safe to use. But like I said, the newer ones, you can buy them with threaded barrels and put a suppressor on it, and they're absolutely sick. They sound so quiet, like it's awesome. But like I said, this is the only Beretta that I have. But the precision, on it is very nice. Taking it apart is pretty easy. It really is. That's pretty much it. It's a little bit of a pain to get back on. I could probably do to clean this again, and it just pops right back on. I really should oil this again and put it away. Just put it in a box. I still have the original box. I probably should just oil it really good and keep it in there, because like I said, I'll never use it. But I kind of wish it had some wooden grips. Sometimes you can find models, or you can just order them with fancier grips like rosewood grips and stuff. I know my grandfather has a 25 ACP Beretta Jetfire. It's got some gold inlay, and then it's got some nice wooden grips. It's really pretty, honestly. But yeah, a good pocket pistol. And I would absolutely recommend this to people that have like arthritis issues, that don't want a very big gun. And I think it looks elegant, compared to some guns. One thing I do want to state, I was taking apart one of the newer versions, okay? I think it was the same exact model, the Tomcat, but it was like the Inox, INOX, and it had like the nickel finish. This one had a Crimson Trace laser that was attached to it, but it was a part of the grip, okay? And when I took the grip off, I had pieces fly everywhere, and it was a pain to put back together. So when you take these screws out, be very careful, careful, and just be mindful, because you could have a little bomb under there just waiting to go, and like parts will go flying everywhere. I had that happen to me. It really sucked, and putting it back together took at least an hour. And it wasn't so much that it was complicated, it was how you had to put it back together, like holding certain parts together at the same time, and it was really hard to put back together for me. So I don't know if I'll really be taking the grips off them anymore. I don't know if it's that necessary. I don't know. Just be very careful, because if you do get water in there, you're going to want to oil some of them springs and stuff. But yeah, that was not very eventful. I don't want to go through that again. But yeah, it's just, you know, cute little mouse gun. There's not much to say about it. Here's the round that it takes. Does it have the best stopping power? No. But something's better than nothing. It really is. But yeah, it's just a cute little gun, and it would not be my first, you know, line of choice for defense, but if it's all I had, absolutely I would carry it. And someone that's elderly or something, I'd rather them have this than nothing at all. And if they unfortunately can't rack the slide of a more modern, heavier pistol, this is a great option. I think Taurus makes a couple flip-up barrel designs, but I could be wrong. I really don't. I think they do. I believe they do. I don't know who came out with it first, but I'm just going to assume Beretta probably patented the design. With that, guys, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. You know, it's just a cute little mouse gun. I hope you guys have a good night and take care.